Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Seen Beyond and Through with Monty. Now, right before you is a very innocent looking, innocuous item called a chocolate cake. But notice how it is labeled Devil's Food Cake. Now here's a vanilla bean angel food cake. Notice the complexion, or should I say coloration. Here we have the Black Death, which was a time in Europe, parts of Asia, where I believe millions died. Death and destruction, the Black Death. Dark days, zombie survival. Now, I'm going to make a connection with this, and I need for you to follow me very carefully. And you guys are very intelligent, enlightened people. You would have no trouble in making the connections with what I'm about to show you. I'm going to show you how, in the minds of innocent children, how their minds are affected by what you just seen. So without much further ado, let me show you.
Qual è buona? Perché è buona?
Perché ha gli occhi celesti.
Quale è cattiva? Perché è cattiva?
Perché è tutto nero.
E qual è la bambola che ti somiglia di più? Quale bambola è nera?
È offeso. Tu. Perché mi hai chiamato nero?
Perché ti offendo?
Mi offendi perché altri bambini mi hanno offeso con cattiveria.
No, io non ho usato nessuna cattiveria.
Quello mi sta guardando storto.
Okay, so now you're seeing that was out of the mouth of babes. That particular experiment was done in France, and that followed a US experiment where you can clearly see that the children preferred the dolls that were lighter tone or white. Now, no doubt what contributes to that, to polluting of their minds, is society. Society, things like dark mood, or dark ages, dark times, dark hour, dark clouds. Let's move on. Where they associate anything dark or black with being negative. Here we have a beautiful black cat. Now we know the history of that as being something of bad luck. Cat is actually beautiful. And at one point in time, believe it or not, I would never have dreamed of having a black cat. So I had to get over my own superstitions and ignorance and being brainwashed. Look at these cats right here. And we know that black cats during Halloween time, they do not, adopt them out, because there's a high likelihood that they could be killed through ceremonies or some type of weird practices. And we also know too that any cats or dogs that are black or dark have a higher likelihood of being put down. So here we have a black dog that usually are the last to be adopted, which tells a lot about our mentality and how we associate dark with being negative. And sure enough, this mentality and mindset rub off on the children. Here we have a black dog and a white dog, or tan-colored dog, and sure enough, in an adoption proceeding, obviously the lighter one would be more likely to be adopted, even though his behavior could be worse than the black dog. Here we have something too that I wanted to touch on. See, we have a white wedding gown. White is associated with purity, with goodness. Virginal, something white. And here we have a black wedding dress. Now, here's the thing about this and overcoming that. I want to talk about solutions too. There's nothing wrong with being married in a white gown. But just like there is nothing wrong with being married in a black gown. I'm wondering why people do not choose black to be married in. You must show an opposite, and you must make this very visible to combat the negative stereotype of blackness, of being dark. You must show this in also a good light. You cannot have a situation where black is only shown as something to be worn during death, mourning, or funeral. Boy, I love these black wedding dresses. I think they are great. I really do. But unfortunately, we've been so brainwashed, particularly a lot of black people, into thinking that somehow this worn is a sign of witchcraft or something dark. No, it's not. It's just, the belief system that people have been taught and that has rubbed off and that they have perpetrated for decades, for centuries. Now, this is a funeral dress, actually. Look at right there, black for a funeral. This is a funeral dress right there for a funeral. Ridiculous, I think. A dark or black dress for a funeral. Why is that? Why are we associating black with death, with destruction, with negativity? And we wonder why young children have that type of a mindset. Here we go right here, a funeral setting. Negative, black. Now, here's a picture of me at my brother's wedding about a year ago. I chose to wear a black shirt. That's my beautiful niece behind me. Here's a picture of me. There's a picture of me proudly displaying my black shirt. And someone asked me, why are you wearing black to a wedding? And my response was, I'm not controlled by a European ideology. I'm not brainwashed by a European ideology. So basically, I try to practice what I preach. Love the shirt, by the way. So therefore, it's extremely important that we need to really watch what we do and how we do things. It's important to me that we have more of this. This is the singer Monifa and her partner. They got married in a black wedding dress. I think it looks beautiful. I think it's wonderful. I do think that a design of black wedding dresses, if it caught on, I think it would go over very well. I happen to love the black wedding dress. Obviously, it's sending too a positive message about the color black, which is very important. I think they look stunning. I believe we need more of this and less of this. We have singer Niecy Nash and her partner with white on. So I would like to know, what does the white symbolizes to them? This is the type of brainwashing effect that we have to get out of. We must get out of associating white with goodness, with purity, with graciousness, virginity. We must get away from that mindset. That type of a mindset plays into why the children chose the white dowels over the black dowels. It's just things that we don't even think about. We don't think about how angels' food, devil's food, dark ages, dark times, dark hour, dark moods, black cats being associated with bad luck, black dogs not being adoptable. We can clearly see how it clouds the perception and makes the color dark and negative. So I'm showing that in illustration to let you know that it is something that we can change and that we can turn around. It's something that we need to practice and work on. White is not pure to me. Black is not evil to me. It's up to us, people. We have to make the change. And with that, that was another edition of Seen Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you beyond and through.